What's up, everyone? This is Kachung. I want to do a quick post-mortem of my boards versus Team Bridge with Steve. Just a little background. OMG LOL is the wife of someone we talk to kind of a lot, and we joked on our Discord. I named it the OMG LOL fan Discord, and we all named ourselves like number one OMG LOL fan or something. She wasn't there for any of that. Her husband, I think, showed her, but like to her, we're just a bunch of weirdos. So of course, I was super extra weird. But I apologized to her after because, with spoilers, we beat her team and we're on to the grand finals. And I was like, oh, I felt a little bad about it, but not bad enough to forfeit our win. Let's look at a few boards here. Again, I didn't look at them in too deep detail. In fact, I was dummy a lot, so I didn't even spend any brain cells on this match. And what little I did spend was for naught. So the first board, we have a copium auction. So for those of you who don't know, copium is what I call my strong club system, but it's really just a very, very kitted out Mechwell Light. It takes the bones of Mechwell Light, and then I kind of threw out the rest of Mechwell Light besides the one heart response being 8 to 11, which I actually think is brilliant. And the rest of the system is, at this point, uniquely me. But so I call it copium. It's a really natural relay system. So pass, I open a club. Andrew shows the balanced game force. And at this point, a big feature of copium is that we can either, just because I open a club doesn't mean I ask partner of the hand. I don't think that makes any sense. I want the balanced hand to wait and the unbalanced hand to describe. This is how all bridge bidding works, I think. So, like, that's the only way it can work. So he says he's balanced. I tell him hearts, then I tell him clubs, then I tell him my residuals diamonds. And he's a passed hand. He has maximum passed hand, but, you know, he's just to sign off somewhere because he can bid 4 hearts if he wants to issue a quantitative invite. And, of course, I have a 16 count, so I have nothing extra. So I of course, take the sign off. I say, okay. Relay to 4 hearts to sign off somewhere. I would have said, like, I'm signing off, and I would say, like, okay. I want to get our alerts to line up. I think that would be really cool. So Gizzy here leads the spade 3, which is a very unfortunate lead for them. But it's all credit to us, right? Because what does he know about our hands? He knows that North is balanced, and I've shown some sort of 3-suitor. So he doesn't know anything about the hand. And the trump lead, I think, is not so clear. A trump lead is what it takes to beat this hand. If he had a doubleton trump or something like that, doubleton trump, maybe a 3-card trump suit, even doubleton's like a little scary because basically Andrew's hand is completely unknown besides it's balanced. They don't know what kind of heart fit we're in. Like, if you lead a singleton trump, you might just snipe off partner's queen 4th, like in an annoying way, when the natural finesse is to finesse into West here, and so we would lose a trump trick. Or queen 3rd even, like, why are we not in a 9-card fit? Of course, you could make a case for trump lead. Yeah, you could make a pretty simple case for trump lead, but I think our auction really did the best here to right-side it and conceal everything about North's hand from the defense. Meanwhile, at the other table, they had a standard auction. They play ACL, but it's like a pretty standard auction. Like, South bids hearts, North bids spades, South bids clubs, North has a limit raise in hearts, and then there you are in 4 hearts. And from West side, this is fortuitous for sure, but from West side, it's a very clear trump lead in my opinion. 4 trumps. I like to lead trumps with 4. Like, why not? 2 for 1, bad break. Start cutting down the roughs. Declare has, probably wants to rough something. Rough diamonds, rough clubs. And my teammate Lee Chung here has, pretty stout club holding. So lead a trump to cut down the roughs immediately. This hand actually features a technique that doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't work because the layout's not right. But the technique, I wrote it in my website, my blog. I call it there and back again. So first board out of the box, it's a declare technique I wrote. And, sponsor segment. I'm the sponsor. I have a Patreon. I have a website. Almost everything is free. The paywalled stuff on Patreon is honestly mostly for self-preservation because they're my, controversial ideas. But I don't do it just to be a weirdo. Like, I have reasons for what I believe. And come take lessons with me. I write very detailed notes for my students to take home. I think they really love it. I mean, yeah, they told me they really love it. So yeah, that's my sponsored segment. There and back again. So Declare takes the diamond finesse and would love to be able to rough the beer, but when hearts break badly, if hearts break 3-2, you can bang out 2 rounds of diamonds and try to rough the beer good, and then you would have 10 tricks by 5 hearts, 3 diamonds is 8, a diamond rough is 9, a spade is 10. But on this day, hearts break bad, so he breaks he just cashes, draws all the trumps, and he hopes that diamonds are 3-3 for the beer, but they're not. Borky I think Borky has kind of a difficult discard decision here, but he figures it out from bridge logic. I asked if it was count, and if you can trust partner's count, then you can easily have a full count immediately, because they play reverse count or upside down count. So the diamond 5, which we know is the smallest spot, shows even. So that actually puts Declare on exactly 0544. So, there you go. I guess he could be 2425, but I mean, 2425. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, because then, how did the jack hold the trick? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So it has to be 0544. Like I said, I didn't think about this before I did it. So the count signal helps, but Borky also commented it's also just bridge logic, because why would Declare take a diamond instead of playing a club? Because clearly you would want to want to rough a club, right? Well, if he's playing a diamond, then he probably wants to rough a diamond. So he got to 0544 that way, which I think is very impressive thinking and very well done. I didn't think about the hand. I looked away. I have to show you what happened on our board still, at our table still. So he accurately pitches a spade, which is a little scary because, dummy spades are pretty good, and something bad happens if you pitch a spade here sometimes. But he's got the hand nailed, and at this point, there's nothing like the hand plays itself because of the trump lead and then the accurate spade discard. So very, very well done by my teammates. As you can see, we won 11 imps on the board, and there was not much else to go around. We'll definitely cover the rest here. At our table, because of the spade lead, okay, well, that's an extra spade trick we're not entitled to, right? So that's already trick 10. And then my partner took the roughing finesse, so trick 11, diamond finesse, draw trumps in 3 rounds, diamond finesse. He did not execute there and back again, I guess, but we're in such great shape. So, and no beer. A little bit of funny info. Kai mentioned he was going to doctor the hands a little bit, and I think he just put the beer in a hand with length. So there's the beer is actually almost always in play. It's really frustrating, and I'm glad I didn't declare that much. This board, there's nothing really to say. I didn't see what happened at the other table. I overcall a spade. The hand is kind of garbage, but whatever. I have a 6-card suit and 2 aces. And it's I don't know. Dummy's pretty good. I just played for partner to have the club king, so I went club ace and a rough, or club ace for trying to get club king and a rough, and we're claiming. Nothing left to the play. Let's see what happened here. Similar auction. Bork bids 4 hearts because 3 hearts is not forcing. Yeah, 3 hearts is not forcing for us. Or I mean, I don't know their system, but if it's anything like standard American in America, then 3 hearts would not be forcing. So he bids 4 hearts, and Lee Chung has 16. So I don't know, whatever. Also the spade. Did we also get a club ace shift? Yeah, club ace shift, and then I wonder what the 5 is as opposed to the 3. I don't understand this kind of signaling, but my opponents are very fine players, so I'm sure they have good reasons. I just don't understand playing a muddy card when you can play, I think, a pretty clear intention card. But yep, same defense. Okay, so that's a flat. This one is funny. My partner agreed to play my system. Bless him. I am so grateful that people play my system. I cannot tell you how many people have probably made a system and nobody plays it. Meanwhile, I'm lucky enough to have my wife, Bork, Cooler Chris, Andrew, and I think I had another player. Wen is interested in learning it. So I'm very blessed, and they all sit down to play it with me. Cyrus agreed to play it with me. It didn't come up because system doesn't matter that much. But he knows the cope relay, which is actually super simple, but he doesn't know the whether we play 2 when you minor forcing. So I thought he was 5-5. And then I do this thing where I actually bid more with more. I'm really weird. So like most people, I think will try to keep the auction cheap. I just bid more with more, and I thought my hand was okay. I have like a high card maximum ish. My honors are a little dubious, but at least they're aces and kings. I like my Jack 10 Doubleton. And so if I had like, if you move my diamond cards into the spades, I would like want to try to slam myself or something. But regardless, so he bid 3 hearts, and then we have a Blackwood auction to 6. My partner takes kind of a funny line. He miscounted his tricks. I said, "Oh yeah, why not take a diamond finesse cut the contract because it's actually 100%. If they don't lead a heart, then the diamond finesse is 100% because we get 5 spades. Well, on the spade leads, spades break. So 5 spades, a heart is 6, 2 diamonds is 8, and 4 clubs is 12. When the diamond finesse holds, you actually have a red suit squeeze to try to take all 13. It involves the beer card, but as Lee Chung pointed out, there could never be a squeeze for the beer because the opponents can also always choose to defend the beer. But nevertheless, the beer would be like kind of a threat card here. But you would have to do something stupid like finesse the diamond, ace of diamonds, ruff the jack of diamonds, and then the player with like king 10 9 of diamonds and king queen 9 of hearts is squeezed. It's really, really ridiculous and remote. I typically don't think about what I'm playing for when I run a squeeze. I just run the squeeze because it's automatic. It's just caching. But in this one, I actually looked at this one and I thought about it. It's like, what would it take for somebody to get squeezed? And they would have to have, if you're trying to beer, they would have to have all 6 critical red cards, or like, yeah, I think it actually has to be all 6. Whatever, I don't care. The point is, when I run squeezes, I actually don't care. There's only one way to run a squeeze. I just run the squeeze, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I move on. A lot of the times, it doesn't. Like, it's not going to work out, and I know, but you just do it anyway because the pseudo squeeze comes off sometime. Okay, this hand is my biggest regret. And even now, I don't think it's clear that I did anything wrong. I don't think it's some huge error. We get to 3 spades here with OMG LOL responding a no trump and then raising clubs when East shows 6. Oh, go away thing. Okay. So she leads the 8. I didn't ask for their carding agreements, but it looks like mud. I didn't know that at the time, but actually, as you'll see, I don't think it's really relevant. So East puts in the club jack. I don't know where the club honors are. East can put in the club jack for free here from king jack. This is like a textbook discovery play. Like, because if your partner hasn't underled the ace, there's no reason to put in the king when you can put in the jack, right? Because you just put in the jack to find out who is the queen. And as long as partner hasn't underled an ace, you lose nothing and you gain information. Well, as it turns out, it also hides information from me. I don't know what's going on in the club suit. For all I know, OMGLO has led Honor 9-8. Why not? Why doesn't she have Honor 9-8? It could be King 9-8, Queen 9-8, and, well, not Jack 9-8, but it could be King 9-8 or Queen 9-8. So I take the spade finesse, then I see OMGLO has started with King Jack 3rd. What's unfortunate is that if I guess hearts correctly, I actually just make 10 tricks. But it's imps. I don't want 10 tricks. I just want 9. Like, please help me make 9. So I played a diamond to exit just to try to get a read on the hand. And they play diamond, diamond, diamond. They draw my trump because that's free and diamond. So now I know that Gizzy has the ace, queen of diamonds and the jack something of clubs. OMG LO has the king jack of spades and the king of diamonds. So that's a 7 count already. I asked them what their 1-no trump range was. They said 5 to 10 or up to 11, so 5 to 10. So she's got 7. And I'm thinking if she has a club card, she probably doesn't have room for the heart queen. So here he comes out club kings, and I still don't know where the club queen is. I don't know. And if I try to rough out clubs earlier, I think I'm at risk of losing control of the hand. It's really, really frustrating. If I had taken this play, though, maybe I should have. Then I can actually get a read on the heart suit. So maybe I did make a mistake in not roughing out the clubs. I mean, I think it's very scary. Like, no, I don't even have the entries. Yeah, no. What am I talking about? I don't even have the entries. Like, right. Because I play ace of clubs and then I rough a club and I can't take the spade finesse anymore unless I spend the heart ace, which ruins the whole point of what I'm trying to do. Right, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I can't. I thought about this. I thought about roughing the club at the table, but it doesn't work out. How do I get to my hand to finesse the spade? It's ridiculous. So, as it turns out, I don't think I can read the hand. And I knew from the spectator stands it would look really stupid when I guessed this wrong because, oh, East had the mundane King Queen Jack all along. But I really don't think this is some serious error. They didn't help me rough the clubs out, and this good defense on their part, and I can't find the Heart Queen. I don't know, so I just put it in opener's hand. I don't know. At the other table, Bork makes a third seat preempt on a 12 count, which I think is totally normal. But unfortunately, well, when East preempts, who do you play for the Heart Queen? You play West for it. So this is 6 imps out. Very tragic. I was saying to Bork, I didn't feel bad about this hand. I mean, like, I felt bad, but I didn't feel like I had made some sort of serious error. Like, maybe I just don't play East to have made the discovery play, but I don't know. I don't think it's clear. I think my opponents are, like, strong players, so I don't know. Bridge is hard. There's nothing to this hand. It's a push. They're called for 3, whatever. This one, yeah, this is nothing hand. Partner splintered. I broke trumps 3-1, and you're called for 10 tricks. Same at the other table. They open a weak no trump stamen. Same line probably. There's nothing to it. This one gave me a sweat, but the hand is problematic. Andrew won the first one, and then you must play spades immediately. So, don't draw trumps because you have to do something with the 4th spade. And you also have to lead spades to your hand a million times. So if you draw trumps, you threw away your only entry. So you have to play spades. So spade, OMG LO ducks it, which is very nice. But we were always going to put in the jack because why not? And of course, when this happens, we know the ace queen are on side. So ace king of hearts now, I think. Yeah, ace king of hearts. And then, yes, knock out the hand kind of plays itself. And they draw the final trump, which is also automatic. He didn't unblock the club jack here. I don't like that. I would unblock the club jack. But it doesn't matter. And OMG LOL is end played into giving us the spade finesse. And spades also break. So we actually get to make 2 hearts. Maybe kind of a lucky hand. I don't know. But we bid it normally. The other table's in it. And basically, I think it was the exact same defense. Coops did unblock the club jack, but it didn't make a difference. It's just a technical thing that I like to hammer into my students to unblock these blocking cards. This board. I was so hopeful about this board. They have a 15 to 17 no trump and a stamen. And so, I double stamen, whatever. Yeah, I have a nice club suit, 2 spades, and then East passed. And I am one of the most conservative inviters in the world, like really conservative. You would not believe how conservative I am. And I would actually invite this hand. It's a 7 count, but it's ace king, it's 4-5. The Doubleton Club, maybe I'm just an optimist, but I'm kind of hopeful about the Doubleton Club. Like, of course, it's better than like Queen Doubleton or King Doubleton, right? Because then you're just getting finessed out. There's no guarantee that small Doubleton is good, but I mean, at least it's better than having like a sure negative thing, right? It's at least it's neutral to maybe positive. So I think I would invite. And then I am one of the most conservative inviters in the world. I am one of the most aggressive acceptors in the world. So I think I would auto accept with OMG LO's hand. Everything is super nice on this board, and she breaks hearts 3-3 with a rough, and trumps break, and it's 10 easy tricks. The other table, so I'm hoping my teammates will bid game, but I also know that they play a 14 plus to 17 no trump. At least I suspect. I don't really know. And of course, that makes the invite a little scarier because the bottom end of your range is a little lower. So I thought, oh man, like I really hope we get a pickup on this board. Well. Bork doesn't even invite. He just blasts game. And I asked him at the time, it's like, oh, why, oh my God, I'm conservative and I would invite. Like, how did you blast game? And he said, well, I didn't know if 3 spades was just competitive or invitational, so I said, I'll kick it in. So, Oh, I love it. Better to be lucky than good. We should review the play too. Club to the ace. Yeah, diamond. This is how I started the defense too. It seems pretty normal. You can see the beer card is in play here. Coops here flew spade queen because he has very low hope of beating the hand because he knows that hearts are breaking for Declare. So he tried to like psych out Declare by trying to get him to think that spades broke bad, which is really cool. I think it's a really cool defense. But Declare always needs to duck the spade. Like you just want to duck it once and then probably bang out the ace later because it just retains control of the trump suit. You don't really lose anything if they're 3-2. You retain control, so it's just like nice. And if they're 4-1, you might have to go into damage control mode. And if you play like ace and a spade and they draw all your trumps, like whoops, So he always has to duck it. And now the diamond comes back, and this helps Declare set up the diamond suit. Okay, second trump, and I think El Chen thought for a long time here. He was very apologetic about it, but I mean, I don't think he has anything to be apologetic for. The beer card is like a real asset in this format, so you take your time to think about the beer. I think Coops has a problem here. So Declare's always cold if he just roughs two diamonds. But what exactly is the problem here? If he covers 9-10 rough. Yeah, that's right. I remember looking at this. This is so... In no other format will you get this problem. Notice that if he covers... and then even Rabid Bean has to like refuse to overruff. I think it's really crazy what the beer does. The beer was extremely influential here. Like basically, let's just say we drive out the spade now because we have to. The beer cannot score because you have to cash the beer to beat the 4 and then score the 3. So in fact, Coops can cover the beer, cover the 9 to deny the beer. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, when does this ever come up? But I didn't analyze it. If Coops, like, he's worried that he doesn't know Declare has a double chin. I mean, maybe he doesn't. I feel like he knows that Declare is 5, but I don't know how they card middle of the hand. Like the jack. The shift to the jack of diamonds, like maybe it's just a technical play to hold the lead. I don't know. But yeah, I'm biased. But I mean, so this is a crazy hand. And this beer technique comes up. I mean, of course, Lee Chung also played it very well. And our teammates did it great. But then this thing with the beer comes up. And now we rough it out. And it's funny. I think Steve can still decline to rough here in order to deny the beer. Because then we have to go King of Hearts, Spade rough, beer, and then now he rough. But we get to score up the beer here, which is really cool. But yeah, when have you ever spent so much time on the beer card, right? So this is like insult to injury. We get the 6-imp non-vol gain swing, and we even score our first beer, which is the first tiebreaker. I said in my other video that I thought that it was BAM then beer tiebreaker because the commentators were telling us it didn't matter because we won the BAM tiebreaker. But I realized that's because if we hadn't won the beer tiebreaker, we would win the BAM tiebreaker. So the beer tiebreaker comes first. So beer is more important than BAM. This one I talked about with my partner. This is his first time like playing with me for real. He learned my system. And he knows I'm extremely sound. An extremely sound preemptor. So he decided to preempt 2 spades, but we agreed it's a 1 spade opening in our system because and the hand is just too good, favorable. And if you've seen some of the crappy 11s that we open, like this hand is better than the random 11 that we open. So, this hand is just good enough. As it went, 2 spades and then Gizzy overcalled 3 clubs. So as it turns out, I can't even bid 2-no trump to ask my partner how good his hand is. The stiff king looks bad. The heart stack is nice, but I expect partner to have a singleton because that's just what always happens. And if my partner only has five trumps, I kind of expect these hearts to rot on the vine. This is a very common problem. Like, I wrote an article about hand evaluation, and my hand evaluation just stems from I don't count. I count my high card points, but I don't count like shortness or length. I really just like when you've played enough, you just think about how the hand is going to play. And if partner only has five spades and a singleton heart, it's like it's very likely my hearts will just get suffocated because we're gonna have to rough a spade, or we're gonna have to rough a club, which means we don't have trump length in dummy anymore, which means we can never draw trumps ending in dummy. Not that it was like it might have never happened. And if they ever play a heart, or if partner needs to take early heart pitches, well, 3-3 heartbreak is 36%. They're more likely to break 4-2. We play ace king, and then queen hearts gets roughed, and it's like it's just not that good. And not to mention, like if we're just off the first three diamond tricks in a club, like what the hell are we doing, right? Because partner could just have like ace queen sixth. So, having been kind of stymied, I just bid three spades. It goes all pass. It's having said all that, four spades is not like solid by any means. It's kind of shaky, but today it makes very comfortably because the spades are breaking nicely. Nothing bad happens to us in diamonds. And my partner even gets to try for a beer. Over here. Yeah, we play out all the trumps, and then we play the beer over. We preserve the beer, pitch the club, and then, okay, well, the beer is still protected, so my partner just takes 11 tricks. This is the board I was most worried about because, we missed a good game, and that we will easily bid if he opens one spade. Yeah, we talked about it after, and we agreed it was a one spade opening in a strong club context. Someone world class was saying he thinks it's a one spade opening even in a standard context. So there you go. Man, BBO, I'm right here. What the hell? At the other table, Borg comes in with a funny looking double. And Steve gets to ask, and North shows a maximum hand with shortness, which the shortness is like okay, neutral. And then Steve bid three spades. I would definitely bid four. If my partner has a maximum, I'm just going to kick it in. I don't know how he evaluated it, but I also know he was under the weather, and it was a very late play time for him. So all sympathy to him and his team. I know it's not nice to play against someone when they're not feeling well, right? You just feel bad, but. So, and then Coops kicks an over trick trying to beer on kind of a misdefense, I think. Or maybe he doesn't know diamonds are 3-3, but I think the play of the hand pretty much indicates that diamonds are 3-3. Diamonds are 4-2, and Lee Chung knows this as well, because, what did Bork do to shift to ace on a diamond? So El Chen just keeps the beer guarded, and nothing good happens for Declare here. Yeah, he could just throw the beer away, but I guess he's just hoping that Bork played ace from ace third or something. And then the final board, this one is strange. You can see the auction. They open a club, respond a heart, and then Andrew bids two diamonds. They raise two hearts, and I don't know what to do. This is probably my longest decision in the match. I'm a very fast player. I don't think I took that long on this decision, but for me, like, a minute or a minute and a half is a long time. So I don't know how to evaluate this hand. We're vulnerable. I don't want to go for a number. I feel like the value bid of the hand is four diamonds, just because I don't think we can make all that much. And as it turns out, five diamonds is off two, four diamonds is off one. So I was dithering between four diamonds and five, and I decided if I bid four diamonds and they bid four hearts, I didn't know what to do. Like if I bid four diamonds and they bid four hearts and I pass and they make it, I want to freaking kill myself, So having decided that, I just bid five diamonds and prayed that it was okay. And Andrew has basically the worst hand possible for me. I was really concerned about this one because we even have two trump tricks and an ace here. So it's not clear to me when I'm dummy that we can even make they can even make four hearts. Meanwhile, Andrew also has the 3-card spade suit. If he has a doubleton spade, then that's one loser gone, right? So our 11-card trump fit amounts to not very much value. So we drift off too. But mercifully, we're not doubled. And I think OMG LOL was kind of torn up that she didn't hit this, because it turns out if they hit this for 500, they stay in the game. Because ultimately, we only won by 10. And if they collect 500 on this board, it's a draw by Bridge Brawl rules. And we continue to tie break. So we have one beer over them. But, hey, anything can happen. At the other table, our partners are playing a short club with transfers. So Lee Chung bids a diamond showing 4+ hearts. And Bork bids 2 hearts to show 4 cards with a min, but he could actually bid 3 diamonds mini splinter, which I found out later. So if he bids 3 diamonds mini splinter, I don't know if Elchen's actually going to kick it in. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to bid game. But Bork takes a very, very nice line to ensure making 3 hearts. Oh, also, I hate Liebensaal. I think Liebensaal sucks. I think this is a convention you don't have to learn. Because Steve is trying to show a bad hand with diamonds. Well, guess what? You don't get to. This is the problem with every single bid that tells you, I'm going to show you a suit later. Later may never occur. So I hate any sort of, just chill, I'll tell you, because you don't get to. So they missed their diamond fit. And our teammates get to play 3 hearts. And like I said, Bork takes a very nice line. So he draws 1 round of trumps here. And as it turns out, at this point, you can afford to lose 3 trumps and the spade ace, right? Like, I can just run clubs. They can score the 3 trumps whenever they want. I will maintain control of the hand and then knock out the spade ace. If you play a second heart here and hearts are 4-1, you lose control of the hand. They cash diamonds on you. It's a complete, utter disaster. If you're in 4 hearts, you're going to have to play for hearts 3-2 because there's no other possible way to make, because you're going to lose 2 hearts and a spade. There's nothing you can do about it. So you just have to draw trumps and hope they're 3-2. But in 3 hearts, Bork gets to make this nice technical play where he just cashes clubs in their face. Like, here you go. He doesn't even care if trumps are 3-2, right? Okay, they score them all separately. They score the trump 10. And just looking at the diagram, how can they ever score more than 2 more trumps and a spade, right? 4 total tricks. They can't. As long as, we just roughed this. As long as North cannot extract our trumps from our own hand, so we keep the trump sentinel against Dummy's diamond, they can never cash diamonds, we just continue playing clubs and we remain in control of the hand. Because as long as we play clubs and they rough, then we have more trumps than them, so they can't draw trumps. So, so spade shift here, and then, I would just bang it on the hard ace because I'm boring. I always cash the big trump. I'm stupid. But, it doesn't matter. So, very nice play from Bork. I've saved that hand for later to teach some students. And, that's my recap of our Bridge Brawl match versus Team Bridge with Steve or Rabbit Bean. It was a great match. I'm extremely pleased to be going through to the finals where we're going to play against Pete Holland, the, I think, probably biggest bridge YouTuber. Just a little lore. I was probably the first person on YouTube regularly making over-the-shoulder videos. But I wasn't due to, I love bridge, but I don't like commentating while behind the mic. I just thought, I see all these chess YouTubers doing it. And, Bridge, come on, guys. Bridge is a great game, and it has this terrible rep about being only played by old people. And I wanted to get in front of more eyes, so I just started recording myself playing. And then when Pete Hollins came along, it's like, oh, this player is better than me, more personable than me, and makes better videos than me. So I was more than happy to I actually just stopped making videos. Not like any sort of insult or any shade at Pete. I was happy. I was like, here's someone who makes really good videos. So it's just a little lore, it was kind of me and then Pete. So it's really cool that we're going to be meeting in the finals. So I'm super stoked. And again, I have absolutely nothing against Pete. I was happy to stop making videos and Pete was doing his thing. So this is super great. Everything came full circle in the Bridge Brawl. And it will be Saturday Pacific time. So I hope you guys will tune in. Thanks. Catch you next video.